Good evening. Yesterday we discussed regarding 124th Constitution Amendment Bill and its purpose. And by the time we discussed this topic yesterday, the bill was in the Lok Sabha. And yesterday was supposed to be the last working day for the Parliament. But for the purpose of continuing the discussion on this 124th Constitution Amendment Bill, the session has been extended. That's the reason why. So even today also, so the session is continuing. Now, when it comes to Lok Sabha yesterday, 124th Constitution Amendment Bill, which is meant for providing 10% of the reservation for economically weaker sections of the general category people, it has been passed. Since it is a constitutional amendment bill that requires a special majority. Fine. So, what is constitutional amendment bill? What is a special majority? So, what are the various provisions under the constitution to amend the constitution? All these we discussed during our Indian polity classes. So, without going into the details of this one, let me tell you very briefly. Article 368 provides the mechanism, provides the provisions for amending the constitution. And kindly remember, under the Constitution of India, only the Parliament is in the empowered body to amend the Constitution. Right, under the provisions of Article 368, so this Constitution can be amended. So, with the same intention, under the same provisions, under the same article, 124th Constitution Amendment Bill was introduced. And when it comes to that particular bill, it has been passed by Lok Sabha yesterday with 323 votes, 323 for and 3 votes against. So there was a very less opposition because most of the political parties have supported this. So with respect to this Lok Sabha, it has been cleared. And it has been introduced in the Rajya Sabha today. And since it is a constitution amendment bill, the bill has to be passed by both the houses separately with a special majority. So one house it is over Lok Sabha and now it is there in the Rajya Sabha. But with respect to Rajya Sabha, lots of debate is going on, right? So political parties have started questioning the intention of the government. And finally, this when it comes to this particular bill, 124th Constitution Amendment Bill, some political parties demanded that this bill should be referred to a select committee. And government knows very clearly if you accept for referring the bill to the select committee, it will take some time. And it will not be possible to clear this bill before these elections. But intention of government is very, very clear that under any circumstances in this session only, if the bill is cleared and signed by the President of India, it will become an act. Then the political party which is there in the power, the so-called BJP, NDA, which is led by BJP. So these parties will go into the people with lots of confidence and they can demand votes. So they request the votes from the people. So that is the idea of the government. So, but heated debate is going on even now also in the Rajya Sabha. So we'll just wait and watch what is going to happen. But otherwise, kindly remember, just because a particular day has been decided where the parliament session is going to end, it need not happen. The session can be extended. The session can be extended, and a live example. So you have seen today, right? Otherwise, no, it was supposed to be the this ended yesterday, but even today also the session is continuing, right? And we are in the month of January. Today is January 9th. We know that our financial year begins from this April to March. April 1st to March 31st is the financial year, and during the time you need to have the budget, right? So budget will be implemented for a particular financial year, where in India financial year begins on April 1st and ends on March 31st, right? And when it comes to government, since last year, that is since 2017, we are observing this. Before 2017, The budget used to be introduced on the last working day of February. And when it is introduced on the last working day of the February, by the time whole process is completed, so we are already entering into this May, right? And since the year 2017, government has advanced the date and budget is being presented on February 1st, right? So even this year, so 2017 and 2018, the budget was presented on February 1st, so that you will have ample time to discuss the budget in a detailed manner and pass the budget and make it an act and start implementing effectively from April 1st. So with this intention, the date has been advanced. Similarly, this year also, the government is going to introduce the budget on February 1st, right? So very few days away. But since this is the election year, we are going to have these elections of Lok Sabha in the month of April and May. Once elections are over, we don't know which political party or which coalition is going to form the government. Maybe it is NDA, maybe it is UPA, maybe some other group, or maybe a single party can get the majority. But under the current circumstances, it is impossible for any single party to get majority on its own. That's the reason why definitely the government that is going to be forming the government, the political parties that are going to form the government, it will be definitely a coalition government. Now, just because it is NDA government today, we are not very sure whether it will be NDA or UPA or some other political party group to form the government. That's the reason why in the election year, the general procedure is that the government, instead of introducing the complete budget, full budget for 1 year, government will introduce, the finance minister will introduce something called interim budget. So that is a temporary budget which is valid for a period of time starting from April 1st. So that what will happen, if the same political party forms the government, it will extend that budget. If some other political party comes to the power, they will frame or they will modify the budget according to its interest. Meaning, you need to provide a facility for the political party which is going to form the government to formulate its own budget. So this is a general phenomenon, and that budget is called interim budget. So since this is the election year, whatever the budget that is going to be introduced by the finance minister on February 1st, 2019, that budget is called interim budget. My dear close friends, please remember this one. Even during the discussion of the budget, I made it very clear. The word budget is nowhere, I repeat, the word budget is nowhere mentioned in the constitution. Clear? And the words interim budget are also not mentioned in the constitution, right? There is no word like budget. There are no words like interim budget in the constitution. Am I clear? And the article 112 of the constitution mentions budget as annual financial statement. Am I clear? Annual financial statement, meaning for 1 year you are presenting the budget. Is that okay? But the concept of interim budget is not mentioned in the constitution, but this is a mechanism to facilitate the forthcoming government to frame its own policies and implement the same in the budget. Clear? That's the reason why this year budget is called interim budget. Is that okay? Interim budget is the budget that is introduced by the government for not complete year, but for a few months, maybe 4 months or 6 months. Clear? And so that what will happen after the formation of the, you can observe very clearly, elections will be over by May. New government will be formed, and that new government, whether it is NDA or UPA or any group, once it is formed, again, that, this future finance minister is going to introduce the budget again. That's the reason why during the election year we see the budget is presented 2 times. Is that okay? The second budget will be the full-fledged budget for the rest of the year. And the first budget is the temporary budget, interim budget. Fine. That will be for the first few months of the financial year. Fine. And after some time, I am going to announce the test series program for the candidates who are appearing for APPSC exams, Andhra Pradesh Public Service Commission exams, and also for Telangana State Public Service Commission exams. But whatever the test series we are providing, that is useful for, in fact, various states. If you look at the syllabus is same for most of the states. You have same Indian polity, Indian economy, geography, history, science and technology, environment, disaster management, like this current affairs. So reasoning part. So these are all the same. That is the reason why. So though I'm giving the name of APPSC and TSPSC, students who are appearing for any service commission examination in India, they may join. And please remember, the students who already got registered with online IAS. Clear? Most of the so many students have joined for TSPSC and APPSC. If you have already joined, then this is not for you because you will be provided. That's a part of our package. You don't worry about this. Only those students who want to take up the test series exclusively from onlineias.com, and all the students who are watching our current affairs, and whatever the examination you are preparing anywhere, you may take up this particular test series. I repeat, already registered students of ABPSC and TSPSC, you need not join again because it will be provided in the fees that is paid by you already. All right, this is not for you. So this is for the students who want to take up the test series exclusively. Is it okay? And you are all most welcome and have a wonderful experience by joining the test series. All right. And later tomorrow, I'll also be announcing test series for IAS 2019. Clear? So with respect to APPSC and TSPSC, I'm going to give you more than 50 practice tests. Clear, in tune with the syllabus, and those practice tests will be useful for maybe group 1, group 2, right? Preliminary examination I'm talking about, right? Or group 3 exam, or any other examination, right? Like AWS examination, degree lectures, any political lectures, any exam. So this will be very, 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 very useful. So you may please take up this particular program if you are interested, right? You might have taken coaching somewhere, not an issue, right? That's good, fine. But still if you want to have a better practice, you're all most welcome. And that I'll be delivering the lecture after a few minutes from now. So thank you so much for being with me this evening, and I wish you all very, very good luck, and I'll see you tomorrow with more and more current affairs. Thank you so much.